I'm hating life, and the police don't make it any easier. They tell you you gotta get off the beach, you can't be here. They harass you for no reason. But now they're talking about throwing me in jail just for being homeless.
In the shadowy alleys of Venice Beach, fragile hope clashes with heartbreaking despair every dawn. They dubbed this spot Zombieland, a once electric paradise of art, dreams, and unyielding American grit, now whispering tales of souls adrift and aching. In 2025, unsheltered homelessness across LA County fell 9.5%. Yet in Venice, counts heartbreakingly overlooked up to 32% of those sleeping rough, per Rand and Lhasa. These aren't stats. They're raw human wounds of silent bravery, soul-deep sorrow, and the desperate fight to endure. This isn't mere hardship. It's Venice's fragile heartbeat, yearning for our gentle touch before it slips away. What shadows linger past those thundering waves on 2.5 miles of sunlit shore? A haven marred by unseen pain, stranding lives amid 16 million visitors yearly.
Welcome to Homeless U.S. News.
I'm sick and tired of this place.
Boom! As condos climb to $2.8 million highs, streets pulse with quiet torment, one breath from collapse. Through Homeless Us News, we embrace this aching reality. Can you feel their unspoken cries? Data and current state of the crisis. Beneath the golden sunsets and rhythmic crash of waves, Venice Beach carries a quieter story, one hidden behind palm trees and murals that tourists pass every day. According to a Rand Corporation study, homelessness here fell by 22% from 2023 to 2024, the sharpest drop in Los Angeles. On paper, that sounds like progress. But look closer, and a harsher truth surfaces. Nearly half of Venice's homeless residents now sleep entirely exposed, without even a tent or vehicle for shelter. The illusion of improvement hides a deeper fracture in the city's soul. Across Los Angeles County, over 75,000 people remain unhoused, with more than 50,000 still sleeping outdoors. In Venice alone, counts often don't tell the full story. Volunteers recorded 173 people in one zone, while Rand found more than triple that number, 554, in the same area. These differences show that the crisis isn't just about numbers, it's about the unseen, the unheard, and the forgotten faces who slip through every statistic. What's truly changing isn't the scale of homelessness, it's the form it takes. Fewer tents may decorate the boardwalk, but more lives unfold beneath open skies, unprotected from the ocean winds. The gap between visible progress and real human suffering widens each day, reminding us that behind every data point lies a name, a memory, a heartbeat still fighting to survive. If this reality moves you, take a moment to leave your thoughts in the comments. What do you think real progress looks like in a place like Venice? And if you believe these stories deserve to be seen and heard, subscribe to Homeless U.S. News, so together we can keep shining a light where others turn away. Root causes driving the situation. Venice Beach, once a symbol of freedom and creativity, now reveals a harsher truth behind its sunshine. The median home price exceeds $2.8 million, and rent averages over $3,000 a month, forcing many lifelong residents to pack up and leave. Gentrification has transformed once humble homes into luxury spaces, pushing out the waiters, cleaners, and artists who gave this place its soul. What was once a neighborhood of community now feels like a contest of survival.
Things got kind of out of control. I lost some money and I started drinking again, actually. I lost my house and my business. Things just went really bad.
Behind these numbers are stories that break quietly. In Los Angeles County, nearly 1 in 4 unhoused residents faces serious mental illness, while others battle trauma, addiction, or the simple exhaustion of being unseen. Support systems buckle under demand, and affordable housing remains a distant dream. For many, homelessness doesn't begin with bad choices, it begins with bad luck. At Homeless Us News, we tell these truths not to shock, but to remind. Every statistic hides a heartbeat, and every face on the street carries a story worth hearing. Environmental and landscape toll. As we walk along the golden sands of Venice Beach, the beauty is undeniable, but so is the quiet damage unfolding beneath our feet. The same shores that once echoed with laughter now bear the weight of survival. Between the sound of crashing waves and seagulls overhead, tents rise where dunes once stretched freely, and scattered debris tells stories of human struggle. Each footprint, each discarded item, marks both the fragility of nature and the desperation of those who call this place home. When rain falls, even lightly, it carries traces of human waste and forgotten belongings into the canals and out to sea. The water that once reflected the California sun now mirrors our collective neglect. Marine life suffers. The air thickens with the smell of decay, and the art-covered walls that define Venice slowly fade under the strain of pollution. City crews work tirelessly, clearing tons of trash and broken tents. Yet every cleanup feels like a bandage on a wound that keeps reopening. The true cost isn't just environmental, it's human, measured in lost dignity and unseen pain. Every corner of this neighborhood tells 2 stories, one of beauty and one of heartbreak. The murals still shine, but beside them, people battle exhaustion and hunger beneath the same sun that draws millions of tourists each year. If these stories move you, if you believe this place deserves both compassion and care, please subscribe to Homeless US News. Join us as we uncover the truth. One street, one soul, one story at a time. Together, we can shine light where the world has looked away.
Paraphernalia on the table.
Daily campsite raids. When the sun rises over Venice Beach, the city awakens to beauty, the ocean glowing gold, gulls circling overhead, and joggers tracing the curve of the boardwalk. But for those living in tents and under tarps, that sunrise often signals fear. The low hum of trucks, the sharp voices of officers, the clatter of metal poles being taken down, another day, another cleanup. Each operation clears the sidewalks but leaves invisible wounds. People lose not just blankets or bags, but fragments of safety they fought to hold on to. In 2025, these sweeps have become routine. The city calls them progress. Yet for those on the ground, they mean starting from zero again and again, searching for another spot, another corner, another night of uneasy sleep. Imagine trying to rest while the roar of the Pacific competes with the roar of traffic, while sand seeps into your clothes and the night air chills your bones. Hunger gnaws, sleep never lasts, and even hope feels like a luxury. During one sweep near the Rose Avenue corridor, a woman named Elena quietly watched as her few possessions were tossed into a garbage truck: her sleeping bag, her shoes, and the notebook where she wrote prayers each night. For her, as for many, every loss is a small death that no one records. That's why Homeless Us News continues to shine a light here, not to shock, but to remind us of the human reality hidden behind these cleanups. If you believe these stories matter, share your thoughts and subscribe to Homeless US News, so these voices are never forgotten. Teetering on the brink, life on the edge. Along the same boardwalk where people skate and sing, others quietly fight to survive. They sleep under palm trees, guard their few belongings, and hope they won't be moved again when morning comes. Each city sweep at dawn means starting over. New spot, new struggle, same uncertainty. Officials say homelessness in Los Angeles dropped nearly 8% in 2025. But here, it doesn't feel that way. The faces stay the same, just in different corners. Each tent cleared is another life displaced, another story erased from view. For Raymond, a 61-year-old veteran who now sleeps by the canals, nights are long and cold. He once built homes for others. Now he dreams of just one room to call his own. Yet even in the shadows, moments of humanity break through. A tourist offering food, a stranger listening, a quiet smile that reminds him he still exists. Venice Beach remains beautiful, but its sunsets cast long shadows. Behind the music and the art, resilience whispers through the streets, proof that even when life teeters on the brink, hope refuses to die. What would you do if you had to rebuild your life from the ground up? If these stories move you, leave a comment below and subscribe to Homeless US News. Together, we can give voice to those the world too often overlooks. Proposed paths forward. As we look toward the future, Venice Beach stands at a crossroads, a place of breathtaking beauty shadowed by human struggle. The path forward begins with one powerful truth: everyone deserves a place to call home. To make that possible, the city must open more land for affordable housing, transforming unused public spaces into homes filled with dignity and stability. Projects like the Venice Del Community Housing, funded with over $40 million from the state, show that progress is possible when compassion meets commitment. Yet even these efforts reach only a fraction of those in need. True change goes beyond walls and roofs. It means offering wraparound support, mental health care, addiction recovery, and steady employment. It means helping single mothers find safety, veterans find purpose, and workers regain stability in a city where rent can easily top $3,000 a month. These programs don't just rebuild lives, they rebuild hope. Imagine what Venice could become if every person had not only shelter, but a community that refused to give up on them. Nonprofits like Venice Community Housing have already laid the groundwork, creating spaces that prove healing can coexist with artistry, ocean air, and second chances. But the real change will come when residents, local leaders, and viewers like you stand together to demand solutions that match the scale of the crisis. So I ask you, what does home mean to you? How would you feel if your favorite beach became a place where no one was left behind? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe in stories that spark change, subscribe to Homeless US News to walk with us as we keep shining light on the unseen corners of America. Enduring hardships among the unhoused. When the sun sinks beyond the Pacific horizon, Venice Beach changes. The laughter of tourists fades, replaced by the rustle of tarps and the quiet shuffling of people searching for a safe place to rest. Beneath the glow of the streetlights, hundreds face another long night, cold, hungry, and unseen. The same ocean breeze that cools vacationers carries a chill that cuts through thin blankets. For the unhoused here, beauty becomes both comfort and cruelty. According to LASA's 2025 count, nearly 2,000 people still sleep without shelter across Venice, and most battle chronic health issues that make daily life a fight for survival. Many once had steady jobs, families, and dreams, but life unraveled piece by piece. With few public bathrooms or day centers, people carry their entire world in a shopping cart, guarding it against loss each morning as city crews move through for cleanups. Nights are restless, filled with fear that everything could vanish before dawn. Health struggles deepen the pain. A RAND study from 2024 found that nearly half of Venice's homeless suffer from untreated illness, respiratory infections, chronic pain, mental exhaustion. For them, hospitals feel distant and hope even further away. Yet amid despair, moments of kindness still flicker. A shared meal, a blanket offered, a soft, "You're not alone." These gestures remind us that even in the harshest corners, humanity refuses to die. If this story touches you, take a moment to leave your thoughts below and subscribe to Homeless US News. Together, we can give voice to those America too often forgets and remind the world that compassion is still our greatest strength. Personal reflections and a call to action. Every visit to Venice Beach stays with you long after you leave. The salty breeze, the rhythm of the waves, the laughter of children playing by the shore, all blend with a quiet sound of struggle. Beneath the California sun, where millions come seeking freedom and joy, thousands wake each morning fighting simply to survive. You can walk just a few blocks and see two different worlds: tourists snapping photos under palm trees, and people clutching everything they own in plastic bags. It's a place where the beauty of the Pacific meets the heartbreak of forgotten humanity. Each story I've heard here carries the weight of an entire life. A veteran who once served his country now sleeps on the same sand he used to visit with his kids. A young woman, once full of plans, now guards her belongings from strangers as night falls. Their faces tell stories of endurance, of people who refuse to be erased. Venice, for all its colors and creativity, is also a reflection of a nation wrestling with its conscience. How can a land so rich in promise leave so many without shelter or safety? And yet, amid all this, I've seen sparks of hope. A passerby sharing a meal, a volunteer listening without judgment. These moments remind us that compassion is not lost. It's just waiting to be awakened. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, ripples outward like the tide, touching lives we may never meet. As you watch this, I ask you to pause and think. What kind of world do we want to build? One that looks away, or one that reaches out? If these stories moved something inside you, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Homeless US News. Your voice, your attention, your care, those are the first steps toward real change. Together, we can bring light to the shadows and give every soul the dignity they deserve. Wrapping up the narrative. As we come to the end of this story from Venice Beach, one thing becomes clear. Behind every sunset and every mural lies a hidden truth. The ocean glitters for the tourists, but for many sleeping just steps away, it's a mirror of uncertainty, beautiful yet cold, endless yet lonely. The same waves that draw millions of visitors each year also whisper the stories of people who have lost everything but their will to keep going. When you walk down that 1.5-mile boardwalk, you don't just see palm trees and artists. You see humanity in its rawest form, fragile, hopeful, and fighting to be seen. Real change doesn't start with policies or statistics. It starts with compassion, the kind that looks someone in the eye and says, "You matter." In a city where homes sell for millions and dreams fade overnight, the biggest gap isn't money, it's empathy. The people we've met here, like John, Lisa, and James, aren't strangers to us. They're reminders of how easily life can turn, how quickly comfort can become struggle. And until we see their faces as reflections of our own, the story of homelessness will never truly end. Venice Beach teaches us that hope still exists. In every act of kindness, in every hand that reaches out, in every voice that refuses to turn away. The real beauty of this place isn't in the surf or sand, but in the resilience of those who call it home, even without walls around them. If these stories touched you, I want to hear from you. What do you think needs to change for communities like this to heal? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Your voice matters here. And if you believe these stories deserve to be heard, please like this video and subscribe to Homeless US News. Together, we can keep shining a light where it's most needed until every story finds its home.